Hi everyone! Today we are going to be looking at the new kill event with the Squirter update. If you look at the strongest Warzone event, the event today is the Warzone Expedition, and there are new ways to gain points. Previously, you could only gain points from defeating soldiers or losing soldiers when attacking anthills. And then they added insects and hatching insects, making fodder, and using the shells and upgrading your insects to it. And then now they have the new squirter gameplay. So how to gain points from the squirters? You can sit and occupy the squirters. For every 30 seconds, you get 20,000 points. If the squirter is full, that means all 9 positions are taken. Then everybody occupies the squirter for 55,000 points for every 30 seconds. And then with the squirter update, they also added the gathering in the opposing zone for points. And basically every sort of resource you can gather gives you points, whether it's diamonds or plant or meat or wet soil or sand. Alright, so the gameplay this week is quite limited because the ferry has provided again a server-wide shield. Oh, somebody's attacking our squirter. Let's turn that off. Alright, so how to turn off your red flashing screen when somebody decides to attack your squirter? You click on the sentinel tree, and then over here you can click on oops, wrong button. Click on this, and this will turn off the sentinel tree alert. The sentinel tree basically alerts you to when your troops are under attack, whether it's on your own base or while they are sitting in the squirter also. So yeah, here I have my troops sitting in a squirter, and some of the opposing zone players are coming to knock our troops out of the squirter. So gathering is very simple. You want to go to your opposing zone. So my home zone is 47. I have teleported into 53, and I have planted my troops on my gathering troops on their high level plots. The higher the level plot that you occupy, the more points you gain. The level 8 plots tend to be quite rare, so and they are only produced very very close to the center of the map. So if the enemy zone wanted to clear out our level 8 gathering plots, they could pot around and just kill all the gathering troops fairly easily. If you want to get onto gathering but you want your troops to be less harassed, then level 7 plots are quite convenient, and they do spread quite far out into the map. So if you look at the map here, you'll find that level 8 plots are basically just around the tree only. And then the level of the plots decrease. So if you go to the edge of the map, you'll see that there are only level 1, level 2 plots over here. So I will discourage players from going all the way out to the corner of the map together, because you don't really get much points from it. The best area I like tends to be sort of like middle-ish of the width of the map, where you see mainly sort of level 5 plots. Okay, there's still level 4 area. Right, once you start seeing level 5 plots appear, you port to the location here, example over here, and then from this location you start to use the search function and search for level 7 plots. Then you will have your hill at the area, and then the level 7 plots will you'll find a level 7 plot sort of like spread out sparsely. And then when you send your troops out to get to the level 7 plot, where are they? They are quite far out. So it's not something that you can find directly, right? So once you get here, you click search, and hopefully you can find a level. The search function will bring you a level 7 plot. Then your troops will be spread out, and when they are spread out, it becomes much harder for enemy players to march to and harass and kick out your troops. Alright, so that's the easiest thing to do with gather. You can gather with your farms, especially if they are high enough level, have a little bit of troops, and can sit on a plot for 8 hours, 10 hours. That's good enough. They'll gain a lot of points from sitting on the level 7 plots. There are enough of them to get you that is hard to clear out all of the opposing zones, invasive gathering. The next thing on the event is basically squirter warfare. So the squirters are basically the cactus looking plants that are right next to the tree. So there are 4 squirters in each zone. Alright. Right now I'm sitting in the enemy zone, alright, and then my zone has occupied the west side squirter of zone 53. So you can see there are 9 spots here. We have 8 players filling up the troops, filling up the slots in the squirter. Alright, and then at every 30 seconds you'll see the points tick up on the top of the screen. If the squirter is occupied by your own zone, you can check the troop detail, and then you can see who exactly is sitting inside the squirter, how much the power of the troops are, and then how many points they have gained from occupying the squirter so far. If the squirter is occupied by the opposing zone, then you will not be able to look at you will not be able to check the troop details, and you will need to actually scout it. Alright, so the screen has started flashing red, which basically means somebody has sent some troops to march towards the squirter. Attacking the squirter will injure troops, and then if you have your troops on the squirter, your troops will be injured, but they will not be killed. So if your troops get knocked back from the squirter, as long as you have enough space in your healing pool, you will have no troop deaths at all. So the fatal attack doesn't really apply on the squirter warfare. But do make sure that your healing pools are big enough, and that if they are full already, you should heal them up. If you attack or if you defend the squirter and you kill the enemy's attacking troops, or if you attack and you kill the defending troops, then you gain points from the regular kill troops branch of the event. That means you just defeat and kill the troop. So defeat means slightly injure, severely injure, and death. So all of them will actually apply. However, this section of losing troops, this is very limited to end heal attacks. And if everybody is shielded because of the server-wide shield that the ferry has provided today, then this section is not applicable unless you find an enemy who has decided to drop their shields deliberately. So what tends to happen is that every zone has got really strong players. They've got medium rank players, they've got weaker players, and they've got really weak players who are beginners. So in Squirter Warfare, you have players putting their best troops into the Squirters, but then the enemy zone will have stronger players attacking the Squirter. So it becomes a cycle, so you have the tiny ones putting their troops, then the small ones will beat them, then the medium ones will eat the small ones, then the big ones will eat the medium ones, and then the guys with the biggest guns will just eat up everybody else. And if you have your zone and all the players, if they all send their best troops, then you'll end up giving away a lot of kills to the enemy zone. So in the end, what happens is that the strategy is to actually all put in. Okay, this is my unit that's sitting in the tree in the Squirter right now, is to put in just one troop to enable the march. And with that one troop, when someone bigger than you comes and attacks, they'll just kill only one troop, and the amount of points that you lose from giving up the Squirter, or like from having your Squirter get taken away from you, is minimized. Then you get your big guy to come in and either squat in the Squirter, and then have everybody else just pile up in behind the big gun. And if the big gun can hold against the opposing zone's big guns, then your zone gets to hold on to the Squirter. Or even then, just occupy the Squirter, stack up players, everybody with one troop, and then when the enemy zone comes in and knocks everybody back, just resend. Alright. So one part of it is points mitigation, but it does make things a little bit less fun, because at the end of the day, it's just the big guns fighting the other big guns. But that would maximize the points that your zone gets from the event. So that's the Squirters. And of course there is insects. For insects, you will notice that on the Sunday, the colony action hours will alternate insect hatching hours. So it basically follows the same pattern as the special end cultivation on the colony action on Thursdays. So the 2nd, 4th, 6th and 8th hour we'll have insect hatching, upgrading insects, using fodder, making fodder, along with some other mass development, some other typical requirements. So there are evolution hours also. So if Squirters take a lot of time, not your cup of tea, what you can do is just go to the opposing zone, set 4 troops out together, and then hatch all your insects and upgrade your insects, spend the fodder, stay shielded, stay safe, and then come back for Monday for more gathering. Yep, that about sums up the Squirter gameplay. It's not terribly interesting and not terribly exciting, because troops march like very, very slowly in the land of abundance, in the swamp area. But it allows players to get points without any bloodshed. You don't lose resources because you're able to stay shielded the whole time. You won't get attacked on your base. All you can lose is troops. Yeah, so thank you everyone for watching, and have a good day. Bye bye.